Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this squad builder with me, boy FIFA 1 HD, where we're going to be putting together easily one of the most overpowered teams in FIFA 18 full stop. And it only costs 120k, using some amazing high rated players from La Liga. This team just performs so well and is really solid, but also very good for scoring goals. The way this team plays together is exceptional, and I have just absolutely loved every second of using them. So I had to share it with you, and I hope that you do enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like, it really does help me out. And also, if you have any questions on the squad, the players I've used, maybe you think there's someone I could have used instead, leave that in the comments below, as I love hearing what you guys have to say. So we're going to kick off in goal with one of the cheapest players within the team, and that is Asenjo, I think is how you say his name. I could be wrong there, but ultimately this guy is just fantastic. He's great value, 84 rated, with some incredible stats. You know, diving is really good, his reflexes, speed is quite decent, and his positioning is also very solid. I love using this guy. He makes some fantastic saves. Really, like, you know, game-winning, game-saving saves time and time again. He's good with his distribution. He's good at coming for corners. Overall, I can't really fault him. He's not really let me down. I've never been disappointed in him. So for the money, I think you can't really do much better, especially in that league. At centre-back, we're going to put them all in. It is 3 at the back, which may scare people, but honestly, this formation is so good. We're going to start off with Jimenez. And then in the middle, we're going to put the slower of the 3, which is Pique. And we're going to put Murillo in at the other spot. So we'll start off by talking about Jimenez. 83 rating. Again, really cheap. This guy is not that expensive, like 4 to 5k. Good pace, 70 pace, but really solid defence and physicality. 85 defence is just incredible. And it means that he's always in good areas, always making good tackles. His 81 physicality as well is also so good. He can bully people off the ball, hold his own in the air. A really solid choice at centre-back for me. Pique is definitely the man for this team. He is the heart of that defence, and he is so good. I'll put him in the middle so that his pace isn't quite as exposed and the other 2 can help him out. But 65 pace is okay. I think that's more than usable in FIFA 18, if I'm being quite honest. But the 86 defence just means that he's always in really good areas. Makes great interceptions, great last-ditch tackles, always in the right sort of places to pick the ball up and get the team moving. He's also got really good passing and shooting and dribbling, so we can play the ball out in a nice sort of, you know, Barcelona-style way. You can definitely do that if that's your style of FIFA. Murillo is the fastest of the 3 centre-backs. You know, 75 pace overall is very nice. His defending and physicality isn't quite as good, that does suffer, but it's nice to have a little bit more pace in the back line. But honestly, this team performs so well because they press all as one, they drop back. So with the 2 central midfielders who also help them out, this 3 at the back formation is not a problem at all. And if you really want more convincing, I have done a video on this formation, basically where I say it's the best formation in FIFA, because it is incredibly effective. But don't be put off by the 3 at the back. I know it can look a bit scary, especially if you are playing in Ultimate Team, you know, and Foot Champs, etc. But it is really good. So now we've got 2 really solid central midfielders protecting those in the back 3. Are Kovacic and Vieira. So I'm just going to swap those guys around actually. There we go. This is the way I play with him. I don't know whether it makes much of a difference, to be quite honest. We'll start with talking off about Vieira. Lovely pace, 80 pace, with some incredible all-round stats. Yes, his defending and physicality aren't the best, but I found this guy really solid, and he actually made some great tackles. He was a little terrier, always getting around the pitch, closing people down, and even when he wasn't making the tackle, which often he did in fairness, he was pushing people into like Pique and into Kovacic, who would make the tackle. With that amazing pace, always great for recovery and for getting up and joining the attack. Scored me a couple of goals. Overall was just a joy to use. Really solid passing at 81. I really enjoyed using him, and his dribbling is also to die for there at 86. So a really great choice that is dirt cheap yet again. Kovacic was the more defensive player in this team, and he's the one that I used in a defensive role, and I always told him to stay back while the others were attacking, because he's got, you know, decent sort of all-round stats. He isn't the most defensive player in the game. You could use others, but I love this guy. and he's got really good pace as well, so he does help out that defence with his 81 pace. He covers the pitch well. I just find that he plays so well in that defensive role for me. Even though his stats may not suggest it, the way that he plays is just incredible and makes some great tackles so often in games and gets the team moving with his good passing once he does win it. On the wing, a right mid we'll start with, we have Inaki Williams. Amazing pace at 93, so quick, great for getting forward and back, covers the pitch so well, he's up and down that wing all day long. He's got decent dribbling, it's nothing to brag home about, 79 overall, but really good finishing when the chance does come to him. 78 overall, is very neat and tidy, decent passing as well, and good physicality, decent in the air actually as well as Williams, so I really like using him. One of the more expensive players in the team now is Carrasco. Still, I think an absolute bargain for like under 20k. 85 rated overall with some incredible stats, you know, good pace, amazing dribbling and really solid shooting. This guy will chip in with an awful lot of goals for your team, create a lot too, and just cuts inside nicely and plays and links up well with the others. I found him very good to use. Scored me some fantastic goals from distance as well. Really worth shooting with him when you do have the opportunity, as well as being able to use the pace and dribbling that he does have. So now we come to our centre attacking mid, and it is basically who this team has been built around, and that is Isco. Isco is fantastic, and I've bigged him up before. I've reviewed this card where I've sung his praises no end, and he is just incredible for many reasons. He's got good pace and he feels much quicker than 71 if I'm being honest, but the shooting and the dribbling and his passing are just to die for, and that's what sets this card apart. Playing in this formation where there's so many triangle passing options, you know, he has always got a pass on and he can find them. But what I love about him, and we'll just have a look quickly at his attribute details, is that he's got really solid attack positioning, finishing, long shots and shot power, so that he makes great little give and goes, and he is getting himself in time and time again and scores. 88 finishing is just incredible. When he gets a one-on-one chance, it's ending up in the back of the net every single time. The amount of goals this guy will score for you is unreal, but he'll also make a lot too. But I just really enjoyed using him. He was the main man for this team, without a shadow of a doubt, and while he is the most expensive in this team, he is well worth going out and buying. You know, don't cheap out, get Isco, because he's phenomenal. Very good in front of goal, great for creating chances, lovely dribbling where he can take it in close areas, get you out of trouble and get the ball into those two attackers who are also very good. And we come to now, in fact, the first of which we put in Zaza, and then we finish off with Gameiro. So we'll talk about Zaza very quickly. 79 pace isn't the most, you know, incredible for a striker, but it's good. Where he really excels is his hold-up play. The amount of times Isco plays the ball into Zaza and then he holds it, uses his decent dribbling, his great strength, draws the players into him and then plays it off to what either Gameiro or Isco making the great run into the box. Happens so many times. He's got a lot of assists, but he's also got a lot of goals because he's very good in front of goal, great finishing and just a great striker to use in my opinion. So now we come to Gameiro, who is definitely the more quicker option in this two-strike partnership. He is very lethal in front of goal, easy to get in. Obviously you've got Isco playing him in, you've got Zaza holding the ball up and playing good give and goes with him. I love this card because he was so easy to get in behind, you know, great pace, decent dribbling, you know, where you could definitely beat a man. He felt quite strong as well, even though his physicality isn't out of this world and it's nothing on Zaza. But when it came to close range finishing, or even, you know, shots just outside the box, Gameiro was so lethal, scored so many goals for me. The link-up play with those front three is just insane. So good. The way that they bounce the ball off each other, the amount of goals between all three of them, just makes this team for me so good. You've also got goals from midfield as well. He is very solid. The team overall I just absolutely love, and I really think that you guys will too. So I urge you to use this formation, and I urge you to use this team, if not some of the players at least, because they are very overpowered and they don't cost the earth. You know, the team is basically boosted up in terms of price because of Isco, Carrasco, and the front two. Everyone else is relatively cheap, to be quite honest, especially for their rating. So it's a great team to have with some really solid ratings. You've got an 86 in there, 85, 87, and some really nice, you know, 83s and 82s, etc. So overall, it is absolutely cracking. And we'll have a look at the player instructions. We have stay central and getting behind on Gameiro. We go to Zaza and we just have stay central because I want him to get in behind now and then, but I also want him to come a little bit shorter, use his strength and hold up play. Isco, we have stay forward. Don't want him getting back. I want him at the heartbeat of all the attacks that we have. And basically the only other instruction we have is on Kovacic, where we say basically stay back while attacking. You just provide that little screen in front of the back three and keep the team moving very, very well. We'll have a look quickly as we finish off at the custom tactics, which I think are very important and really do make this whole team play so well. Speed is at 40, passing at 70, passing there again on chance creation is high at 80, crossing at 40, shooting high again at 70, positioning organised, pressure at 40, aggression at 70. Really does make for such a good way of playing, and that all the players press well and press really hard, and team width there at 40 with the defensive line of cover. So that was the squad builder, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you get the chance to use some of these players because they were fantastic for me, and I'm sure they will be for you too.